Gibbo presents.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm joined by a man who in the last 2 weeks has promoted 2 sound clashes in 2 different countries. It is Andrew Digital. Andrew, if we could start by talking about last weekend's clash, Brooklyn Massacre. Break down Nexxt Level's performance for me. Why did they walk out of Albany Manor with the trophy?
Well, that's a very difficult question, but it's a very simple one. Well, they walked out of Albany Manor because they were chosen the winner, that's first and foremost. And they had very stiff competition from Young Ark, from Jamie, you know what I mean? It was a pretty tightly contested race to the finish line with being 1-1 in the duffel. So, it was very close. Young Ark had the lead, and Nexxt Level rallied back and took it. So, it was a very impressive dance.
I wouldn't say there was a clear favourite going into the clash, but I didn't hear too many people tipping Nexxt Level for the win. Do you think they were overlooked going into the clash?
Yeah, I think they were a little overlooked because, Young Ark and Blunt Posse had a rivalry going on from last year when they clashed 1-1 in the Bronx. And also Innocent and Young Ark always had a little rivalry going on, even though Nasheen was not there. But surely, I think Nexxt Level was kind of overlooked because you gotta understand the sounds that they're playing against is much bigger sound name, you know what I mean? More established in the clash industry than them. They're fairly newcomer to the clash business, you know what I mean? So, people know that they're talented and they're good, but they're going up against Blunt Posse, Young Ark, Innocent, so I think they're overlooked a little bit.
Jamie from Young Hawk posted on Facebook after the clash that he thought he was robbed in the tune for tune rounds. Can you understand where he's coming from? Do you think he's making a valid claim?
Well, I can't say he was robbed, but I could say that I spoke to him after the clash and he was frustrated, saying that he was playing better tunes on Nexxt Level. He was frustrated that he claimed that they had a bigger crowd. They have a big following, that's for sure. Nexxt Level have a big following, you know what I mean? But also I pointed out to Jamie that sometimes the crowd is with you and sometimes they're not with you. You understand? The same crowd that he had a problem with in the morning, the same crowd that was giving him some big forward. A Young Ark got some humongous forward in the round leading up before the duffel dub. Or 2 rounds before the duffel dub when he was playing all those budget bands, and he surely flattened out the manner. So I explained to him, most of the time it's about wins, but it's also about who leave an impression on the people. And Young Ark and Jamie left a big impression on everybody in Brooklyn that night. That's one thing I would say and give him his props. He left a big impression on everyone in Albany Manor, even though he didn't take the trophy home with him.
If the clash had taken place in the Bronx, not Brooklyn, do you think the result may have been different?
Yeah, maybe the result would have been different. No one knows, you know what I mean? Maybe it would have been the same result. We don't know, you know what I mean? Basically, we really don't know. Because in the Bronx, Blunt Posse was beating Jamie in the Bronx by a landslide. And he came back to win that dance. You know what I mean? So in the duffel dub, he was beating Nexxt Level, and Nexxt Level came back and won the dance. So, these things happen in dances every day. You see it every day. Sometimes I think the people them just all night, and they were not booing Jamie. Jamie was very entertaining. So that's why I could say the dance was not bad.
Young Hawk and Nexxt Level both won 2 rounds of the clash, and the tune for tune wasn't one-sided either. When a clash is this closely contested all the way through, are there always going to be people saying that the wrong sound won?
Yeah, when it's so close, because it always happens. When it's that close, you would always have a controversy in the clash. The last time Nexxt Level clash before this dance was a controversy also because they lost the duffel dub, but they were leading majority of the dance. You know what I mean? But Love People won that dance in Duff Dub. So, this is how these things goes, you know what I mean? You as a selector have to always try your best, you know what I mean, to fight till the battle is finished. You take your hands out of the prize for 1 second, and the dance could change. I think Jamie had the Duff Dub in his hands, but he did not execute to me to finish off Nexxt Level the way he should have maybe. Maybe not looking at it, you would say, okay, I'll do this differently, I'll do that differently. But you can't take nothing away from Young Hawk. Young Hawk played exceptionally well. Exceptionally well, I'm telling you. I was pleased with Jamie's performance. It was an A-class performance. And I told him, even though he didn't get a trophy, he didn't lose anything. You know what I mean? He won fans. You know what I mean? Both him and Nexxt Level won fans. You know what I mean? Nexxt Level played good in every single round. You know what I mean? When you have a sound that's playing so good in a dance, it is hard to beat them at the end of the day.
Innocent exited early from both of your recent clashes. How much are they missing Nasheen?
I would say very, very much. Nasheen present cannot be filled by anyone, you know what I mean? Nasheen is Nasheen. So I think that's one of the reasons why they're hurting right now. Nasheen is not there. If Nasheen had been there, most of these results would have maybe been a different result.
Why were Blunt Posse not able to recreate the success that they had last time out at March Madness?
That's a very good question also. Well, I think that Blunt just been here a couple weeks ago, or a month ago, or 2 months ago, playing with the Earth Tool and Pies and Dart. Able to outplay them with the new tune. I guess Blunt came back with the same strategy for this dance, Brooklyn Massacre. And sometimes every dance is not the same, you know what I mean? Blunt played very well. Played some very new, tough songs in the clash. But most of the time, the crowd, you don't know what the crowd is going to want. And if you're giving them something they don't want, you guys sometimes got to switch it up, you know what I mean? But Blunt, to me, played very well. It was just around them nights where it was a tough dance, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is, I think that's Blunt, looking back, you see ways he could have changed his game plan, ways he could have changed certain things and still be very competitive in his dance, because any kind of style you play into a dance, I think Blunt Posse got those dubs in his box, you know what I mean? But I think that maybe he should have changed something with the rounds that he was playing and try to get the crowd attention, you know what I mean? But the songs he played, they received it well, but when it was time to vote, I guess the people was calling for Jamie way and Nexxt Level way, but Blunt did good also. Blunt didn't flop at all. He did good. But just wasn't able to go the extra round.
Mark A, Angelina Montana and Hecklers all received awards on Friday night. Can you tell me why you decided to honour each of them?
Yeah, that's a good topic also. Well, Mark A has been doing something that none of us who has been following Sound Clash from decades and decades has never seen before, you know what I mean? This is a man that keep people updated all over the world. You know what I mean? As I said when I was giving him the award, the speech I made was that every sport has their commentator, whether it's basketball or baseball. And Mark is our, you know what I mean, commentator for Sound Clash. The first and only one that I know, and the most established one, you know what I mean? And you do it from the heart, you know what I mean? So I felt like I see this guy doing something one more time. I'm not in a clash, but I could follow him on Facebook and see what, and I don't know how you do it, because most of the time these guys are reeling off dub plates by the seconds, and Mark is there giving you a very, very good update, not missing a beat. You know what I mean? Just the way they play the music, just the way he's giving it to you. No matter how fast they're mixing, he's giving it to you the way it is. And I said to myself, this guy deserves an award, you know what I mean, for what he's doing. He's doing something that I've never seen done before. You know what I mean? Echoes now, well, they have been supportive of my event, and not only my events, like all the clashes in New York City, you know what I mean? And they embrace the Sound Clash tradition throughout America. So, you know what I mean? I feel like these guys are doing their work. And let me tell you something, you have to you have to big up the people, them. You know what I mean? where I work today. Most of them big up on when them dead and gone and say, boy, they need to do some contribution. But if somebody doing something that's positive or something that's good, I don't see no reason why I shouldn't really reach out to them, whether we're on the same team or not. You know what I mean? They are Eclas. I am iClash TV and digital promotion. We're doing something that's similar, but they have been in for a while before me, as far as the iClash TV goes. I decided to show some homage to them, you know what I mean? Angelina, female selector, pushing the thing, supporting Sound Clash. Sound Clash is in her blood. You know what I mean? I see she travel from Canada. Every clash I keep, she's almost at every one of my clashes. I go to Canada, she come and she early warm, she plays music, she enters Sound Clashes. As a female selector, that's what I give her. It's not only for her, but it's also for any other little female out there who's saying, more play some music. You understand? So that's for me, look on it as not really her, but anybody else who a female want to get to the level like how she's trying to take it up. And encouragement goes a long way, and it's just me. I like to encourage people, because this is not about me. It's about everybody who loves Sound Clash.
Talking about females, ladies were granted free entry to Brooklyn Massacre. What was the ratio of males to females like? Were you happy with the amount of ladies who turned out?
I was very happy because most of the time you have like 99% male and 1% female. Well, this time around, I would say it was 60% male and 40% female, so the thing is getting better. It's a bit of vibes when the man is in the dance and females is attending the dance. You know what I mean? From very certain business aspect of it is good for me, which I won't get into. But I think it's a good look when you have the females coming out and the guys them seeing the females at a Sound Clash, enjoying what they love, and the females there along with them enjoying it. You can't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that.
Is it a policy that you may think about expanding and using at future clashes?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I'm expanding it right now for 3 more of my events. I have part 1 and part 2 to Destiny Arena coming up May 3rd and May 18th in Albany, Manor. And I have a next clash coming up with Supersonic from Europe, Yardbeat from Japan, Justice from Florida, and Original Vibes from Brooklyn. And all those 3 events will be ladies free all night. And that's actually a part of my 15-year anniversary, you know what I mean? I've been keeping clashes for 15 years now. And to me, you have to build the business back, because the business is not what it used to be back in the early 90s or late 90s. So bring the female back into the clash, it's a good look. And I'm going to tell them friends that I went to a clash, how much, and if the clash is entertaining like how Brooklyn Massacre was, they're going to brag about it, and the next one, their friends going to want to come out and expect to watch this thing that we call Sound Clash. And as a part of my 15-year anniversary, I decided that most of the events I will keep this year, ladies will be free.
If we can now touch on No Mercy, the previous week's clash, which you held in Toronto, I spoke to Doctor from Barrier Free last week, and he said he thought that they were 2 keys to their victory. The fact that the Canadian crowds wasn't familiar with their dub box, and that they were the only sounds who could play Chronics on dub. Do you agree with his comments?
Well, that was two of the comments because I never seen Barrier Free before. I think I'm not correct. Maybe I'm not correct either. That actually they're only familiar with Mighty Crown in Canada as far as clashing goes. You know what I mean? I'm not familiar which other Japanese sound has ever clashed here before. But they were a brother fresh here, like, cause they're familiar with Mighty Crown, a big sound in the business. And when they've seen the next Japanese sound, which is Barrier Free, they're not too familiar with them. So that was a good point also. And the fact that they could play, not only Chronics, they play a couple of new tunes that got a good reception in Canada. So the Chronics, when they were played, and the time that they were played at, huge forward Gibbo. It was them man, they mash up the whole club. Especially when they play the song that say, I think them talk about boss what they played on a duck rhythm. Humongous forward. You know what I mean? Humongous. So they put on a good performance. I mean, Jamie and Innocent also put on a good performance. You know what I mean? But Barafree was exceptional that night. You know what I mean?
It's been well documented that King Klepto did not take part in the clash, and that Polyphamous and Richie are now parts of LP International. When did you find out that they were not going to be participating in the clash?
I was informed like right before the clash. You know what I mean? You know, if this had happened like say I don't know like weeks before, because I'm very cool with Polly. I was in Canada, you know what I mean, weeks before everything was going to plan. I mean, and in his defense, there were some things that was going on also where maybe he had no control over. But I just found out like I would say 24 hours before, where it would have been if it was 2 weeks before, then I would substitute them with someone else. You know what I mean? So I didn't really have time to make any adjustment or do anything about it. But you know what I mean? He's going. He made a decision to play LP sound, which is a very good decision, a very good sound he's playing. You know what I mean? I had no control over him not coming, so not much I could really speak about on that part. You know what I mean? Big up Polyphamous same way, and the LP crew. Wish them luck. I mean, not change somewhere. You know what I mean? Sound clash is sound clash. He's a good, very good MC, and I would like to see him go far in the business. So, you know what I mean? Just wish him luck.
So, was the decision to not perform in the clash down to perhaps other people rather than Polly himself?
Yeah, I don't really know the full, the full extent of why. You know what I mean? The full extent of why. I mean, he explained to me also. I spoke to him after the clash. We really got into what he told me and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? And yeah, but if I could have brought them there, I would have definitely brought them there. And it was beyond me. Couldn't get them there, so, you know.
But you certainly feel this is the right move for his career to link up with LP.
No, I can't say it's the right move, you know what I mean? LP is a good sound. And he's a good MC. And when you put those two formulas together, sometimes it works. You know what I mean? And I wish him well at the end of the day.
Were you pleased with how No Mercy went? Does Toronto have the potential to become another centre for clashing the way that New York is at the moment?
Well, first, I want to big up all the Clash fans in Toronto. Them love Clash, Gibbo. Them love it. I never enjoyed myself so much in a long time. No Mercy was a very, very, very fun dance. If I tell us, there was a dead end in that dance, no, there was none. It was fun from the start to finish. You know what I mean? Innocent gave a good show. Yoma gave a good show. Barafree gave a wicked show. It was fun. I'm telling you, they went crazy over there in Canada. It was my first, I tell you, that's my first clash in 10 years. I've been to clashes before in there, not that excited, but this one was mad. You know what I mean? It was, like the vibes in that dance, I wish I could go to a clash and feel that vibes all the time.
So it would be a pretty fair bet that we may see Andrew Digital Promotions back in Canada soon?
100%. I'll be back there very, very soon. You know what I mean? If I was in Canada, it's like no other. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm right at home here in Brooklyn. So I'll be back in Canada, no doubt about it.
When will the audio and or video of No Mercy and Brooklyn Massacre be available?
I would say everything should be available in the next 3 weeks or so.
And if we keep
in
checking...
the next 3 to 4 weeks, everything will be on the road by then.
And if we keep checking the iClash TV YouTube channel, that's where the video will be posted?
Yes, definitely. But it's coming. It won't be a long wait, but it's coming soon.
You mentioned your forthcoming clashes before, but just to finish on, I'll give you a chance to once again mention all the clashes you have coming up soon. Tell us the full lineup, location, and all the information we need to know.
Okay, the first one will be 3rd, Part 1 to No Mercy. It's a competition I decided to keep to involve some of the era sounds that is like a shine, that a light hasn't been shined on, you know what I mean? So I decided to do this competition with 12 sounds. You know what I mean? And it would be a cash prize at $10,000 giveaway. And the first one would be May the 3rd in Albany Manor with Rhythm Force out of Florida, Yared Song out of New York, Shashamali out of Africa, Revolution out of DC, Mad Squad out of Florida, Mobile, and we have Love People out of Virginia. You know what I mean? And there's 6 Bad Sound that will be in Albany Manor. Ladies are also free all night. The Part 2 will be May 18, featuring King Shallow out of New York, Young Hawk out of the Bronx, Outcast out of Canada, Killamari out of Long Island, King Shine out of New Jersey, and Love Line out of Queens, New York. And that also, ladies, will be free. And that makes 6 Bad Sound again. Third clash should be, we call it Clash Town, which is New York. We like to say the Clash Capital today. You know what I mean? We have Supersonic from Germany versus Yardbeat from Japan versus Justice, who's a sound that a lot of people wanted to see clash, which this will be their first clash in New York. And also Original Vibes out of Brooklyn. And that will be June 1st inside Albany Manor also, and ladies will also be free all night. So people just come out, some good prices at the gate without killing anybody. They just wanted the vibes to continue to move and the sound clash business continue to grow and see some different sounds showcasing some of them talents, because there's a lot of good sounds out there, but maybe they haven't got the stage showcase their talent to people, and you're going to see a lot of songs in these two that's in the arena, and also the Clash Down June 1st that you haven't seen Clash before, so don't miss it.
Thanks a lot, Andrew. It was great to catch up today. We will chat again soon.
Gibbo, pick up yourself, and you're doing some good work. I have to pick you up also, you know what I mean? So pick up yourself, and hope to see you in one of my events very soon.
Certainly, I think a trip across the Atlantic is in order. Would love to come over there and attend an Andrew Digital promotion in person. It's certainly on my to-do list.
Thanks a lot, and bless up yourself, yeah?
Gibbo.